Hey traders, today we are gonna look at my own created indicator. This indicator is using a few other indicators. It's using the MACD, the RSI and the EMA, and together with this indicator I will give you long and short entry positions. The name is Daily Investments purely because I made it myself. It's free to use. I will paste a link in the description. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up because I'm not the best Pine coder yet. I'm trying to learn it a little bit, and just purely for backtesting. Yeah, to give me some good feedback for myself if the strategy is good or not. With this current strategy, we are going to have a 50+% profit, so that's pretty good in my opinion. If I open this, the strategy tester, it did 57 total trades, and that's from 1 September until now. Today it's the 7th of October. And we had a percent profitable of 54%, and that's pretty good if you ask me. What I do, I take entries and I go out of it. So yeah, I'll take you to the codes if you like that. Otherwise you can skip it, and I will show you what it does visually. It needs to do something for the MACD, it needs to have something for the EMA, and it needs to have something for the RSI. And if all these three things are correct, then we will take a long or a short position, and that's when it gets drawn on the screen. So I'll take you to... No, I'll do the code after. I visualize first what I want to do, and then I'll show you how I coded it. It might have some mistakes in it. I'm not the best programmer. I'm just learning this now. So yeah, if you have some feedback, just give it to me. But for now, I really like the results already. And yeah, it's really fun to do. And I might start trading with this live if I get a notification from it. Because you can just set a notification. That's great to have. Alerts, I mean. So yeah, I'm gonna add the MACD, RSI, and the EMA. You can already see EMA to show you what's going on and where I am taking an entry. So I've added the MACD and the RSI. They are both on default settings, and in the script there is a EMA 200. If you add this one, because if I turn it off, it's gone. Oh, I clicked twice. That's not what I wanted. So the red line is EMA 200, just so you know. What I wanted to create with this indicator is that if the price is above the EMA 200, that means you are in an uptrend, and we only take long positions when we are that. And I wanted a crossover of the MACD bullish when it is below the 0 line, which is a bullish sign to that it's gonna increase the price. And the RSI should not be higher than the 50 point, so the center. So I want the MACD to be oversold. Well, not oversold, but more on the oversold side, because if it's oversold, it's never gonna happen. With all these three indicators. So it should be below the 50. The MACD should be crossing bullish below the 0, and you need to be above the 0 line. Then we take an entry, and there are two examples here. When I took this position right here, you can hear my dog walking, but it should be fine. On this candle, we would have taken an entry because the MACD crossed here, and it is below the 50 line on the RSI, and of course it's above the 200 EMA. So where do we place our stop loss? We check the last swing low, so that was here, plus 1 ATR. It's just with a minimum distance what I want, and the target profit was 1.5 risk reward. So that's also a pretty good risk reward if you ask me, especially when you have 50% wins. So yeah, that's basically it. So we took 2 entries here. Stop loss for the second one was here. First one was here. Let's draw here. There's a stop loss. There's a stop loss. And the take profit of the first one would have been here. So it did hit well on this candle, and the other one was here. So you see the purple triangle. We took it there. So there were 2 profits. So let me look for a short position now. Be right back. So I had to go back a little bit to 28th of September because we are quite in an uptrend with the Bitcoin right now. So that's great. But yeah, let's check the first one. We see a short entry here. So it's gonna be after the, yeah, it's the second red candle, as you see. You see here a bearish cross on the MACD. Let me draw it here. The blue line crosses, the MACD line crosses below the signal line, and the RSI is above the 50 level of the RSI. So it's still overbought. Well, yeah, it's above average. And it is below the 200 EMA. So this is where we would have taken our position. Last swing high was here, plus a little bit of ATR. That's our stop loss, and here's our take profit. So yeah, on this candle we would have taken our profit. And if we go to the next one, right here, because the candle went down here, in my calculation that this is the last swing high, so we take a 1 ATR above that. So our entry was here. You see the MACD cross here, and it is above the 50 line on the RSI. So we would have taken our profit on this point. Stop loss, you can see the red line. It's all in the code, and it will, when you use the indicator, it will all display that. I'm still gonna tweak it a little bit, because if you go to the settings now, it's not totally clear what I want. You can set the ATR where you want it, if it's further ahead or something. If you put it on 2, you can see that the take profit is a bit further away. I like these settings, but yeah, I wanted to display it a little bit better. But the risk reward is pretty important for you. Always do it above 1, please. You can do it 1.1, 1.2, 1.5, 2 even. But you can backtest it on the strategy tester, what the results are. If you have a if you have the settings on this, and you are on the 5-minute chart. I made this for the 5-minute chart, by the way. I like these indicators, especially for the 5-minute charts. So I didn't test it on anything else. It's purely for the 5-minute chart, okay? It might even be better on the 1 hour, but I didn't test it. Yeah, this is what I wanted, and yeah, I work like this. So if you put the risk reward on 1, you are for profitable. You have 54%, but you have a bit less profit overall, and that's why I like to go 1.5, because if all these scenarios are true, you have a pretty good entry in my opinion. Okay, so let's close this one. Let's see the next. Do we have another short position here? Yeah, we do. We have 2 even. Oh, both of them hit even. Okay, so put it on the last swing high, stop loss, exit. You see a down cross here, so you take the next candle, and you are below the 50 level. So this is above, sorry. This candle was above, so you take the next close. So you entry here, stop loss here, profit. We had luck that we did hit this one, but still a hit is a hit. It went back immediately after that, but yeah, with our settings currently, we would have taken a profit. And same here, last swing high, a bit above, stop loss, take profit. It did hit on this candle, on the bottom, on the wick. Would have entered here. It was pretty good. And you can say like, oh, but hey, this is only 0.3%. But when I'm scalping, I'm always using leverage to always work with 3% of my portfolio. So if it's 0.3% now, I would have used leverage 10% of my portfolio. So I get to that 3%. So I always trade with the same amount, so that I'm not taking more profit in one trade to another. I always have this sort of the same profit and loss. So yeah, this is the basics of my indicator. I hope you like it. I'm now gonna show you the code. If you even want to see it, maybe I'll do that in another video. Yeah, I'm gonna do that in another video. If you want to see it, just comment below and I'll check if you guys want to see it or not. And if you want to, I'll show it to you. Well, the link is in the description. And yeah, I hope to see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more, and like the video if you like the indicator or not. Yeah, see you in the next one. See ya.